Ladies and gentlemen, the United States of America ambassador, Madam Meg, visited Raila Odinga in his home in Karen yesterday. And this visitation is very significant. And as you know, Raila Odinga spoke some few months ago describing US ambassador as a rogue ambassador, when Meg stood in public and said that election in Kenya was free and fair. This visitation is now raising eyebrows, and Kenyans are now asking several questions, plus other politicians asking what might be the details on Meg Whitman visitation to Raila's home in Karen. And that visitation is what we want to break into political analysis today. Before I carry on, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to take this golden chance to thank you very much for your great support to this channel. I want to appreciate new subscribers who tune in and subscribe to our channel. May God bless you so much, and please just consider to give this video a thumb of like. When you like this video, we believe that it will reach to several people in the YouTube community. Ladies and gentlemen, this visitation, my first observation why Meg visited Raila in Karen is, number one, Raila is now being courted by Americans for the AU seat. Raila is being courted by the Americans for the AU seat. I think and I believe that they discuss on that. We remember Raila met several ambassadors. It's not only Meg, but you see now Meg decided to visit him physically and discuss what was his agenda, or what is his agenda on vying for AU, and so on and so on. Then the number two on this visitation is that Meg is now asking Raila Odinga for forgiveness. Likewise, Raila Odinga is asking Meg for forgiveness. As you know, politics is, if you put in your heart, then you yourself is the one going to have stress. You are the one who is going to die earlier. So Raila have decided to ask for forgiveness. In any case, he wronged United States of American ambassador. Again, Meg decided to ask for forgiveness. That is why they went to Karen and reconcile to each other.
Speaking at the opening of the devolution conference on Wednesday, Meg Whitman had opined that the 2022 succession polls affirmed Kenya's position as the most democratic state in the continent. This statement appeared to have angered Raila. The former premier hit out at the ambassador, describing her as rogue.
You want to tell a rogue ambassador, leave Kenyans alone. If Manamano can lead to a dialogue between Ichungwa and Kalonzo, everything is good with Mandamano. Tell the rogue ambassador, Kenya is not United States. Kenya is not a colony of United States.
While addressing the devolution conference in Eldoret, Raila slammed Whitman for what he said to be meddling in Kenya's affairs. Similar sentiments were shared by Azimio leaders.
Keep your mouth shut when you're here. Otherwise, you will call for your recall back to your country.
I really felt hurt when the U.S. ambassador is dancing and praising democracy in Kenya when such rights are being criminalized.
These unfortunate remarks were personal and were inspired by the envoy's base corporate instincts of pleasing the buyer to close a deal.
Expect that when they come to Africa, the same rules that they apply in their homeland should be the same rules they apply in Africa.
But in a quick rejoinder, Kenya Kwanza governors and senators came out gun blazing against Azimio leaders.
If it was said that the elections were not fair, he would have said, oh, that's a beautiful speech. But now that it was said that it is the elections were free, fair, and we also believe as Kenyans that these were the fairest.
Therefore, it is unfortunate that the Prime Minister, former Prime Minister, would find her as rogue. as he has stated, and tell her to shut up.
Quite unfortunate to hear a man at such level talk about an ambassador and tell an ambassador to shut up. Perhaps it's time for me to tell Mr. Odinga to shut up.
Whatever Meg said from American ambassador's tweet, this whatever came out. US Ambassador Meg W. delighted to spend time today with the Hon at Raila Odinga to discuss the value of democracy and the future of USA-Kenya relations. This visitation is very much significant on my opinion, or on my side. As we are still carrying on with Meg visitation, the third point is that Meg is now thanking Raila Odinga for bringing peace in the country. Meg is just thanking Raila Odinga for bringing peace in that country, Remember, I've just displayed the video for you to understand on how Raila used to describe Meg, rogue ambassador. Kenyans went to the street, some threw stone, destroyed properties, tires were burned on the road. Even they went to an extent of raiding the fourth president farm, which is a very bad picture, was seen in the country, and several leaders condemned that move. They also threw stone to Raila Odinga's gas industry. We recall several things. Some carried sufurias on their heads. President also commented on that carrying sufurias on the head will not lower the economy down, if we recall. Several people died. Some were just being shot to death because they were demonstrating on their right, because it is well illustrated in Kenya's constitution. So United States of America, somehow they are shocked seeing Raila today is different with the same Raila we saw on 2022. Ruto today is different with Ruto we saw 2022. So they are working together hand on hand. There is no opposition threatening the government. The truth of the matter is that Raila Odinga is no longer being called as opposition leader. As much as he is close friend to Ruto, the people whom we are now listening to are like Kalonzo Musyoka. They are the ones on that move. So US must now thank Raila for creating peace in the country. And this is a lesson which must now be learned by any politician, by young politician who might be politician in future. However how much you have been defeated or how powerful you are, you must now kneel down and create peace with your colleague. Then the fourth point, ladies and gentlemen, is all about reformation. Meg have said good relationship with Kenya. So if good relationship with Kenya is very essential, then we describe it as a reformation. It means that United States of America was seeing Kenyans as those who loves war, those who are fighting on themselves. So if they are fighting on themselves, they refuse maybe to bring help in the country. So it forced them to cut off some of the help from the United States of American government. So this visitation is a kind of reformation. That is why we are also expecting Ruto to visit USA this month. I think it is 5th May. Those are the things we are saying reformation. Again, Raila Odinga, they were not expecting to work with Ruto. Look at this scenario. So Meg decided to go to Karen direct and visit Raila. Applaud him as a man who loves his country. Then the last point, ladies and gentlemen, is to detect Raila political move or Raila's next step in politics. As I am speaking, we are all aware that Raila Odinga is eyeing for AU job. So if he is eyeing for AU job, what if he loses that chance? Who is Raila going to endorse? Or is Raila going to endorse himself? Then if he endorsed someone, for instantly, he get the AU job, then it means it's going to betray Ruto. Because what I'm very much aware of is that Raila Odinga is going to support Ruto, or it's going to be vice versa. So those are the reasons why United States of America visited Raila in his home in Karen. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your take on today's analysis? Please consider to like this video, consider to share it to your friends, family and relatives. Thank you very much and bye bye as we hope to meet on another political discussion.